and welcome back. My name is Lexi Jong, and here I like to talk about luxury beauty. And today I am excited to share with you the new Chantecaille Le Matte STYLOs. This is part 2 of their holiday collection. Chantecaille has released 4 shades in this new product. Each of these are 1.5 milliliters or 0.05 ounces, and they are made in Italy. And what it says about them is a lightweight swivel up lip crayon that draws on soft velvety matte color with precision and ease, infused with sustainably sourced Fair Wild certified baobab oil. And these products have an approximate shelf life of 18 months. There's no animal testing, no parabens. They're phthalate free and fragrance free. So these are here, and the ingredients are listed on their website. If you go and take a look at it, just click on ingredients and they should pop up. So there are 4 shades here, and I'm not wearing one of them right now because the very first thing that these lip crayons reminded me of are the STYLO lip crayons, or the Sisley lip crayons. And this is the only matte shade that I have from Sisley. So this is the Phyto Lip Twist matte in number 18. And the matte ones from Sisley always come with this shape tip. That's kind of how you can differentiate them between the non-matte version, whereas the Chantecaille ones, you can see I've already used this one. I have been testing these, so this is not really a first impressions, but they have the pointed crayon tip, which is what the other Sisley ones have, but these ones are matte for Chantecaille. Let's start off with some swatches. Now, before we open this up, this here is the STYLO, and you can see size-wise, they are fairly similar. The Sisley is actually a little bit bigger. This is 0.08 ounces, and we said that the Chantecaille is 0.05 ounces. So the Chantecaille is a bit smaller. You can also see that it is a thinner product as well. We have this gunmetal gray cap, and then this does twist up. This first shade here is the nude shade called Meadow Sweet, and we're going to do, there's one thin line and then build that up there. So this is Meadow Sweet. Next up we have Snapdragon, and you can see that this is going to be a soft pink, but there's a little bit of a peachy tint to it. And next up we have Aster, which is a more of a rosy pink, kind of like a tea rose kind of shade. So it's going to be a bit darker, deeper. It's more of a medium rose. And then we have Lobelia, which is a red, and it is, I thought it was described as an orangey red, but it doesn't really seem that orange to me. So to me, this red actually has a little bit more of like a watermelon pink base to it. It has, so there's a touch of orange perhaps, but not, when I think of orange red, I think of something else. This is almost more of like that neon red effect. Obviously not as bright, but the undertones that you get from that, kind of like that glow to it. So to me, this is going to be a red with a tint of watermelon, actually. Then we have the medium rose. We have, and again, that one was called Aster. And then we have Snapdragon, which is kind of like a light, soft, dusty rose. And then Meadow Sweet is the nude shade, and it's more of a peachy brownish nude. Before I go ahead and take off the Sisley lipstick, I just wanted to show you what it looks like so you can see what the finish is on that versus the Chantecaille matte crayons. I'm going to bring you in closer. This is the Sisley Phyto Lip Twist, the matte version in number 18. And I just wanted to show you what the finish looks like on the lips. Now I'm going to remove this, and we're going to go ahead and do lip swatches of each of the Chantecaille lip crayons, and we're going to go lightest to deepest. We're going to start off with Meadow Sweet. I'm just going to add a little more. Next, we're going with Snapdragon. Next, we're taking a look at Aster. Last up, we have Lobelia. One light layer. And this is it built up. Before we discuss the actual product, I want to mention something about this shade here, Lobelia. As I mentioned before, it was described as an orange red, but when you look at the swatch, it really looks more of like that watermelony pink kind of red shade. When you put it on the lips, you get a little bit more of that orange red look. But what I think is really interesting about it is this is an orange red shade that anybody can wear. So because it doesn't have like a true orange base like so many other orange red lipsticks, I feel like it does work better for different coloring as well, different skin coloring, because I can't typically wear an orange red lipstick and this still gives me that orange red effect without truly being an orange red lipstick in my opinion. So that's just something to note. If you are somebody who hasn't been able to wear this kind of color in the past, you know, this might be one to look into if it's a shade you're interested in. Now let's discuss the actual product. The formula of these, when you put them on, they glide on so smoothly. Now it doesn't feel like it's a thick coat, it's a thin formula. It glides on super smoothly. With one swipe, you're getting plenty of pigment. Now keep in mind that these are pigmented products, but they're not overly pigmented products. If you noticed the Sisley one that I was wearing before, it was just like it's a deeper formula than the Chantecaille. So the Chantecaille is a little bit more sheer. So with one thin layer, you can get a more sheer shade. And I think with these deeper shades like Lobelia and Aster, then that's really good because you could actually color that in as a base, add a lip gloss or another lipstick or another lip crayon and get some of the nuances of that. But you know, it's a little different mixing something that's sheer versus mixing something that's more opaque. The Sisley ones, in my opinion, are more opaque than these Chantecaille ones. One of the things that I think is great about these shades, and all four of them, you could actually apply all four of these without using a mirror. They are easy enough not to mess up. And even with the darker shades here, obviously it's better to use a mirror with a deeper shade and make sure you're getting the line exactly how you want it, but it can be done without it. And that's one of the things that's great, especially for touch-ups. For touch-ups, I don't think you have to worry about using a mirror at all. And one of the other things that I think is really nice about this formula is it's very comfortable on your lips. Now, if you are familiar with the Sisley Phyto Lip Twist, this feels more like a lipstick. So when you put that on, you have more of that amount of resistance or drag like you would with a lipstick. So it's kind of like a thicker, harder formula. Whereas these lip crayons are going to be more sheer and they go on super, super easily. Now the texture, when you rub your lips together, you still have that creamy feeling, but you know how matte lipsticks kind of have that powdery texture to them as well? You do have a touch of that. It's not overpowering. It definitely doesn't feel drying on my lips. It stays creamy. And I have worn these. So I would say that they last approximately, with the lighter shades, I'd say approximately 2 hours, and then you want to reapply, or you still have pigment on the lips, but you've lost that creamy feeling within 2 hours, between 2 and 3, to be honest. So depends what you're doing, but between 2 and 3 hours, you're gonna lose that creamy texture to it, and it's gonna dry down to more of a regular matte. So you'll still have pigment on your lips. And again, this formula is more sheer, so the pigment won't be super opaque as it is with some other products, but is definitely still a deep enough, residual pigment there that you could just take some clear lip gloss or chapstick or something and swipe it over your lips for a refresher. Now, in my opinion, this is a very nice product that Chantecaille has added to their lineup. And I like how easy they are to apply. I like the way they feel. Just know that these are not really a long wearing product. A lot of matte lipsticks and matte lip products in general are kind of known for being a little bit more long wearing than their satin counterparts. In my opinion, these really aren't that long wearing. So you will still have pigment left over, just like you would with like a lipstick or anything, but I feel like not as much as you would with some other matte lip products. So it's a great product, and for people who are not huge on matte lip products, I think this is definitely one to try if you are interested in kind of dipping your toes into the matte lipstick world. If you are somebody who loves matte lipsticks, because these aren't as long wearing as other ones, they may not end up being your favorite matte lip product. However, I think these are excellent for carrying around in your purse, for touch-ups, or anytime that you just want like to add a little something. So I think they're a great product and they're very versatile, and I personally am enjoying them so far. Now for me, I still prefer their creamier lip products like the lip veils and the lip cheeks, but that is just because matte lip products are not typically my favorite. As I mentioned, these don't seem to dry out my lips. You do get that dry down feeling after the creamy feeling kind of wears away, but my actual lips do not, the actual condition of my lips does not change due to wearing these, even when you wear them all day or all night. So just something to note that they are a really nice formula. I think they did a great job making sure that they are a non-drying formula. Just to review the shades, we have Lobelia, Aster, Snapdragon, and Meadow Sweet. So you have 2 lighter shades and 2 deeper shades. And I think all of the shades are very nice. I like all of the shades. I don't currently have a favorite one from these at this time, but I am having fun playing around with these. One other thing I would like to note about this product is when I first tried them, and I saw like the crayon tip, I was thinking, oh, okay, I will just line my lips. It'll be kind of like a lip liner and then go over it. And that works just fine. Just know that this formula is not going to be as firm as a lip liner. It's creamier. So if you are somebody who has to wear a lip liner to prevent any bleeding or feathering, you should still use a separate lip liner with these. I have not personally had any feathering or bleeding with these products, but I can tell by the way the formula feels that if you're somebody who is prone to that, it may be an issue still. That sums up my thoughts on these new Chantecaille lip products. And again, this is part 2 of their holiday collection. Part 1 of the holiday collection are these 2 new luminescent eye shades. We have Zebra here, which is described as a rose gold shade. I'm just gonna put these next to the lip products here. And then we have Crayon, which is, of course I smudged it. This is going to be, I think they call it, what do they call it? Smoky burgundy. And this then completes their holiday collection. So there will be no more holiday releases from Chantecaille. And just so you know that these 2 luminescent eye shades, they do provide, there's a charity component to these that go to foundations to support and protect the crayons and the Gravé zebras. The lip STYLOs, however, do not have any such component. So they are just a regular makeup product. And as far as I know, there is no donation associated with a purchase for those items. Another thing to note about all of these holiday products is they're not going anywhere, so you don't need to rush to get them. They are all permanent items. None of these are limited edition. And in case you haven't heard yet, Chantecaille will be doing a sale sometime around Thanksgiving. I have heard conflicting dates, so it's either going to be the week before Thanksgiving or Black Friday time, so I'm not sure which, but you need to sign up for their newsletter. So if you haven't already signed up for their newsletter, go to their website, scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter, and that sale will be coming up soon, and it should be 30% off of your purchase, and that should include these holiday items. So if you're interested in picking any of those up, I would definitely recommend waiting until then. And if you guys would like a video on Chantecaille recommendations or anything, please let me know. I do have a Chantecaille collection video that I did prior to the Sylvie sale during the summer. Obviously, I have picked up quite a few things since that time. So let me know if you'd rather have an updated collection video or a recommendations video or nothing. So please let me know down below in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I am at @AlexisJong on Instagram, and there's a link for that down below in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope to see you next time. Have a great day and stay safe and healthy.